everyone, so I wanted to make this video. It's just going to be kind of a vlog about me rambling on about random stuff probably. But first of all, I want to talk about Pretty Little Liars. So me and my friends were recently talking about it. We talk about it like every week that it's on at the end of the episode. Well, or maybe like the next day, because I don't usually watch it when it's on. So I usually watch it the next day. And we'll talk about it, and we were discussing who we think A is. So I thought I would make a video, because I actually saw a few people make videos about who they think A is, and talking about like who the people they don't think it is, stuff like that. So me and my friends came up with like this list, which is really sad, but I saw somebody else make a list, and I was like, oh, we have to make a list, because I'm like crazy like that. So we just put it in my iPod, just like, yeah, you can't really see that, but just like who we think A is. So we came up with, obviously, Aria, Spencer, Hannah, and Emily are definitely not A, because, I mean, why would they be torturing themselves with the A, like texts and letters and stuff like that, if they were A? I mean, that would just kind of be ridiculous. So then we also came with, all of the parents definitely aren't A, but I was thinking, well, we were thinking, that Spencer's father, I definitely think that he had a motive to kill Allison, because she was blackmailing him with the fact that he is Jason's father. So I thought that was interesting, that he could be A, but I kind of feel like he's not A. But if A wasn't the same person that killed Allison, then I would think that maybe that's a possibility. Alright, so then the next person we came up with is Jason. But I feel like Jason is a bit too obvious, and in the beginning, a lot of the signs pointed towards him, but I feel like they kind of want to have him be like a nice character now and stuff like that, so I don't think he's A. So then the next two people are Jenna and Garrett. So I feel like they're definitely hiding something. I think it's also about Allison's death, but I don't think that either one of them is A. But I think there's definitely a secret that's going to be let out soon that is going to have them be some part of like Allison and stuff like that. Something happened, I'm not really sure what. Okay, so then Mona. So I know a lot of people have told me, and like my friends read the books, and they said that she was A in the books. But they also said that A in the books isn't going to be the same A on the show. So I kind of feel like Mona won't be, but it seems a little suspicious. Like, did you ever notice when Hannah or somebody's just having to walk up, she'll suddenly get a text from A, and then she'll look all like nervous, and it's just very suspicious, like how she gets a text just right when the girls or Hannah is just walking up. It just doesn't really make sense to me, but I don't know. Okay, so the next person is Noel. He's very suspicious. I really don't understand what's with him. He's always acting very mysterious, like he's definitely hiding something, but I'm not really sure what. But I kind of feel like he's not A. I'm not really sure. I don't know. Then we have Maya. And I feel like, what would her reason for being A be? But I was also thinking maybe like she knew Allison from like somewhere else, and maybe they had some kind of relationship together, and maybe she came back and she was in Rosewood, but they didn't know she was there. But, I mean, that could just be, like, a hunch of mine that is totally wrong, because I think of, like, crazy scenarios in my head about stuff, so my mind just goes wild when I'm thinking of things. So the next person is Toby. So I definitely don't think it's Toby, because he was arrested for her murder in the beginning, so I can't imagine that he's A, because, I don't know, he just seems very innocent now, and after, like, Spencer kind of broke up with him, because she wouldn't tell him what was going on, I kind of don't think he's A, just because he would probably know and act more understanding if he was A, because he would know why they were so freaked out and why they couldn't tell him what was going on. And the next person I have is Ezra. So a lot of people think that Ezra is A. That would make me so sad. I love Ezra. He's adorable. I mean, come on. Seriously? But I don't think that he could be A because, okay, first of all, him and Aria are together. So why would he be sending the parents letters and stuff saying, like, do you know where your daughter is? Go to this restaurant at this time. and see like what she's up to and stuff like that. Like, why would he send things like incriminating himself? I mean, he would go to jail for like having sex with a minor. So how could he possibly be A? I would truly be devastated if he's A. Like, I'll probably die. Not really, I'm being just a little dramatic, but, you know. Also, one of my friends mentioned that that all the letters from like A and stuff like that are written on a typewriter. So one also mentioned that he has a typewriter, but that could just totally be a coincidence. I mean, anybody can have a typewriter. You could buy them like anywhere. I mean, that's just definitely something that's like, I don't know, a coincidence maybe. Maybe not. So then there is Ren, which I don't think it's Ren. I mean, what would his motive be for being A? Why would he do that? I mean, he was like dating Melissa. I think they were going to get married, but then Spencer came between them. But what would be the honest reasoning for him to be A? Plus, I don't know, he just doesn't seem like he would be. Then there's Melissa, and I think she seems a little too obvious that she would be A. I just don't think she is. Even though she really hated Allison because Allison would try to kind of go by Ian and stuff like that. Try to, I don't know, whatever. But I don't know. So it's like a really hard decision of who I think A is. One of my friends thinks that it's gonna end up that it's Melissa, but I don't think it's gonna be. Then another one of my friends thinks it's going to be Ezra. I was so sad. I was like, no, it can't be him. But she's like, I think it's gonna be. And I'm like, no. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say now. Who I personally think that A is, I honestly have no clue. I feel like it definitely has to be somebody who's been on the show, who's just kind of been around the girls and stuff like that, because they always seem to get texts even when they're at school. So how could somebody just random be in school with them? Like, how could, let's see, who? The parents. Well, although Arya's mother does work in the school, but I don't know. But I really can't imagine, because the parents always seem so clueless about the A things, because like how in the last episode Arya's mother and Hannah's mother were like kind of discussing this A person, because Arya said she was A as in Arya, but they didn't buy that. So I really can't even imagine. Although maybe there's multiple people that are A. Maybe there's somebody on the inside of the school who is telling the other people like stuff about the girls, because they always seem to know this like really like deep secrets of the girls, like crazy stuff. Like they'll be in their like bedrooms and A will text them like what they're doing. Like, how creepy that you would want to stand outside somebody's bedroom like and like watch them constantly. Like, you're that obsessed with making these people like, I don't know, like scared to death that they just do all this crazy stuff, and it just like, oh my gosh. So honestly, my opinion of who A is, I have no idea. I think there's multiple A's. I'm not sure who, but I definitely think Jenna and Garrett have something very deeply hidden, because they're very sneaky and suspicious all the time. So yeah, that is my take on Pretty Little Liars. So you should definitely tell me who you think A is. It better not be Ezra. So I will see you in my next video. Also, if you have any requests for any types of videos, I could talk about TV shows I like, cooking, baking videos, vlogs, like randomness, a day in the life of, I don't know, something like that. Anyways, so yeah, that is all. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!